Hey everybody, it is Monday and that means it's time for another Captain's Log. This is Captain's Log 011623 and I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. Thanks for joining me today. So let's go over what we're going to talk about today. First and foremost, thanks to my family, my parents funded it, my brother-in-law built it. I am now in possession of a computer designed not only to edit software but to game on. I'm primarily going to be using it to edit videos, not to edit software, to edit videos, my bad, to bring out a much better quality type of video than I'm doing now. Well, everything I do now, I do on Share Factory on the PlayStation, and while I'm happy with Share Factory, I think it does a great job. It does have limitations, and I want to grow this channel beyond the limitations of that program and the footage that I capture, so that's a big thing. Now, it's going to be a couple weeks while I get this set up and get the studio fixed up in the house here, but once that's done, and I'll let you all know, but it should be good to go hopefully by this channel's 1 year anniversary, which by the way is coming up. That'll be February 4th, so it'll be 1 year. I thank each and every one of you for joining me along this ride. It's been a hell of a run. I've been more successful than I'd hoped, and I'm looking for year 2 to be a breakout year where we top 1,000 subscribers and really take this thing to the next level. If you look in my banner here on the channel, I've got my link tree in there. You've got Instagram, you've got TikTok, Facebook gaming, all kinds of good stuff going on there. Advertising this channel across different platforms, and I've got somebody in charge of that who's been a big help, and that's my girlfriend, who has been wonderful. Sometimes she was the only person watching the live streams back in the day on Twitch, but you know, that's a different story. Speaking of live streams though, Mondays are going to be a live stream day, 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. For now, we're going to be doing No Man's Sky live stream, so I invite each and every one of you to join in, watch the stream, and even in-game, come join us. Last week we had Andre Vandal join us, and in-game, actually toward the end, we got it all figured out at the end, but I had a lot of you guys stop by, and I appreciate it and look forward to seeing you again. This week we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a little bit of a build session where all of us work together to build a base of some sort, so that's going to be kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to that. I want to build this community up and have a great time doing it. Down the pike, as we've talked about several times, and I've talked about endlessly, Dead Space, of course, is still on target for the end of January, and then Hogwarts Legacy, of course, toward the beginning of February is coming up. One game I've been looking forward to immensely has been delayed for a 6th time, and that's Ubisoft's Skull and Bones, the pirate naval combat simulator. Now, I know a lot of people have a lot of hate for this game. There's a lot going on the internet that people are like, you know, it's going to suck, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. I get it, and I get why people are saying that. But to me, there's just something super appealing about being able to hop in a ship, buddy up with a friend or two, and go out there in the open seas and do some PvP against some strangers on the on the internet, and just have a good old time with some naval combat using all kinds of outlandish weapons and cannons, and I think there's some kind of rocket launcher type thing, putting shields on. You know, to me it looks like a fun game, and I'm hoping it is. What I'm thinking about these delays, and I've been considering this game for a while now, because we haven't really heard anything since it's supposed to come out right before God of War Ragnarok back in November last year, and then they delayed it till March. This new delay is until the 2023 or 2024 fiscal year, which starts in April of 2023 and goes on till next year, from the way I understand it, for Ubisoft. So it could be as early as April. I have a feeling these guys want to get this game out there because of all of the negative publicity and all that. The longer it takes, the more the internet talks, the more skepticism builds up, the more hate it's going to get, and it's going to be harder and harder to sell this thing at launch. So I am on board. I mean, to me, you know, if it sucks, well, that'll be my bad, and I'll feel bad about it. But I'm really hoping it's going to be good, and I just have a gut feeling. You know, I've gone I've gone to bat for a lot of games on launch that have started poorly and done well in the long run. Of course, No Man's Sky being the biggest of those. Fallout 76, Cyberpunk 2077. There's a long list of them. A lot of games launch in a messed up, broken state. Dying Light 2. Very recently, the Callisto Protocol. And some of these games get fixed. Some of them become just legendary games like No Man's Sky. Some of them keep functioning like Dying Light 2, for instance, Stay Human, which is doing well. It's a good game, and they've been providing content for it regularly. I don't think it ever lived up to the pre-game hype to it, but, there's still time. Now, Cyberpunk is looking great, so I'm hoping that if this game launches, and the reason it's being delayed is because they're adding features that people have been really calling for on the internet, and I'll admit some of them would take the game from being good to being excellent. Like, I understand that when you go to battle with another ship and you take it down and you board the ship to loot it, you're basically going to a cutscene the way the game stands now. And it would be fun to jump to third person or first person, whatever, and do some combat, one-on-one combat with your pistol and your saber and all that kind of stuff, and go in there and have a good old time. Is that part of naval combat? Well, kinda. It's kind of part of that. I get the focus on the boats, the ships and how they're built and the weapons and all that. I get all that, the cosmetics. But if, in addition to something like that, might be kind of fun. And I also think that the game really needs exploration of land. I understand there is at least one, if not more, towns, like a Tortuga or whatever, where you can go in, you can buy stuff, buy upgrades and cosmetics and all that kind of stuff. I get it, that's cool, you're walking around doing that. But I think it would be fun to be able to locate an island and search it for treasure, or even underwater, to some degree, like see if you can get down there and find a treasure chest, find a way to get down there and grab it and get yourself some extra loot, some extra cool stuff. I think things like that would expand the game significantly and make it a lot more fun by giving a little more variety. Because otherwise, what are you doing? You're going out, you're fighting and collecting loot, you're going back to town, you're upgrading, maybe you're changing cosmetics, you're buying new stuff, you're leveling your crew, leveling your ship. I don't know how all the details work out. I haven't really dug that deep into it as of yet, but regardless, that's the gameplay loop. And then you do all that and you go back out in the water and you fight again and you fight again. So there's no variety there based on what we know of the game, and that's where a lot of people are having an issue. So I get it. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this isn't a big delay, and hopefully the delay will be worth every day that we've missed playing it, because it'll just improve the game that much more. We will have to see. So continuing on, we're going to continue on with our No Man's Sky run. Our God of War Ragnarok stuff is coming to a close, as both walkthroughs are pretty much done being filmed. I have post-game content to do for one, which I'll get back on and get those lined up to go. As you see, the new trailer that dropped yesterday, February's indie game, will be Deliver Us the Moon, which was a lot of fun. I played through that over a period of a couple nights and absolutely loved it. If you got like a short little indie game you'd like me to take a look at, go ahead and tell me down in the comments what you want to see, because I'm looking for more. I think the PS Plus games, the extra tier, have a couple good ones this month coming up, so we should be seeing those, I believe, this week, and I'll look through those to see what's there, and if there's something really good, I'll make that March's, and it's just going to be basically a monthly thing. So I appreciate y'all dropping by and showing your love for that. So let me know what you think of things. The direction of the channel is going down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. It's always appreciated. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you don't mind. That's a huge help. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love to earn your subscription today. Hopefully I've told you something that keeps you interested enough to stick around. If so, go ahead and hit that subscription button And don't forget to ring that bell for notifications, because you will be notified every time a new video drops. And for almost a year now, I've done daily content all on my own, so yay me, right? All right, we'll see you next time. Until then, peace.